and Horizon 4 is on. This is GrannyHandicap on the GrannyHandicap stream, and I'm starting my game. And I am ready to talk about stuff. So, spring started yesterday, and I was doing my live stream on Slime Rancher. I'm going to have Slime Rancher Thursdays now. So I will be doing Forza Horizon 4 the other 5 days. So I'm just going to do Slime Rancher on Thursdays. I'm wanting to branch out a little bit and just as an experiment. But my main focus is Forza Horizon 4, which is my favorite game. So, and Slime Rancher is my second favorite game. They're both E for everyone. So I did Roiling Stones last night. So, and I did the first 2 chapters of Track Toy. So I need to earn 1,000,000 skill score, and I am halfway there. So I'm going to be working on getting skills, and of course I can also get skills through doing races. So I am going to start with, Forzathon Live. Well, we'll start with Forzathon Live, definitely. Let's get out of this. And I'm going to turn off my radio. I was playing last night and enjoying my radio, so set the route.
Okay, sis. Plotting your...
Ooh, I need to port over there. I don't have enough time to do it over land, so I'm gonna go over here. Where is it? Where is it? It's way up there at the Glenfinnan Viaduct. So, Glenfinnan, I'm coming.
You have arrived early. Forzathon Live will begin soon.
That's fine. And I will work on skill points. I'm halfway there, so I was doing destro, speed, and all sorts of...
Route to the Forzathon Live event now.
Wild. I never materialized inside a fence before. Hi. Whee! Alrighty. Ooh, I can take a picture of him. Let's do that. Alright, let's get a picture. Because I'm still doing Horizon promo, and so I think this guy is the one. Yeah, Aston Martin Vulcan 2016. And let's look and see if any of the others are some that I need to photograph. Nope, no new cars. Okay. Alright, let's go back. Yes, I want to exit photo mode. And, right. Whee! Ha 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 ha. Woo! Whee! All right.
Forzathon Live, starting in 5,
No.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, let's go. Get to the speed trap. Woohoo!
Turn around when when it is safe to do so.
All right. Oh, whoops. Let's not do that. Woo. Okay. All right. Let's go to the speed trap. Where's speed trap? Where's speed trap?
Recalculating route. In 400 meters, turn left.
Alrighty. Why wait? Alright, let's go. Woo! Oh. I need not to do that. Whoa. Let's go back. Hold it. Whoa, there we go. Alright. It's a speed trap, so I need to get up some speed before I get to it, because it's only one camera. Alright. Whee! And this car can really do some speed because it is a track toy. So, it's a Camaro Z28.
Round 1 complete. Get to round 2.
Alright, so let's go. Woo! Alright,
In 100 meters, turn right.
we're off. Oh! Whew. Alright. I think I'm going to do what that guy's doing. Whee! Alright. Lincoln Viaduct. Love it. Okay, now I'm gonna try to do some sliding around. Drift, drift, car, drift, 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 drift for me, baby, drift, drift. Oh, it's not much. Drift, drift, I command you. I'm trying to drift. And it's not cooperating.
I'd switch over to an Italia. That's the best one for drifting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it's kind of hard to switch in the middle of Forzathon.
Actually, you can.
Well, I know I can, but... Well, cars.
Here, let me help.
Okay, thank
Why
you.
are you going over there? You just need to... No, wait. What the heck? Wait, home. Yeah, home, change car. Let's see. It's
Lamborghini.
It is?
Yeah, it's a Lamborghini. I thought it was. Oh, it's a Ferrari.
Ugh. Quit misleading me.
Well,
Well,
you didn't know. Italia. All right. Viva l'Italia! All right. This is taking forever, but oh well. If I can drift better, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, this car is built for drifting. Woohoo! Yeah. Whoa. Oh, don't fail me. Ah, it failed me. Oh, let's go back. Oh Oh, 10 minutes remaining. I'm coming, team. All right, here we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, go that way, go that way. That was my freebie. From here on out, I gotta be very careful not to run out of the zone. Oh, no, 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 no. Go, go, go. Oh. Let's do this. Woo. Oh, 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 don't do that. Oh, failed? No, no. Oh. All right, well. Let's try it again. Legendary Fourth is living up to his name. He's good. Okay. Well. Oh, come on. You could do better than that. Oh, Randy. Well, at least I didn't run out of the zone this time. Oh, good. We've got some good drifters. It's easier this time of day than it is as it gets later. Oh. Whoa. Oh, come on, go that way. Oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, that's more like it. Come on.
Round 2 complete.
Come on. Woo.
Get to round 3.
Well, they didn't even need me. That's alright. Alright. Where are we going? We're going up. Not down. We're going up. Up, up, up. Go, Italia! Whoa. Not quite. Okay. Let's go, let's go! Go, Italia! Go, go! Woohoo! Oh. Go, go, go! That way, that way! Oh! Go! Ah, I'm just gonna use the road. This isn't working as I hoped it would. Oh. You know what? think I'm just gonna fort. Oh, this is terrible. Where is it? There it is. Okay, I'll just go right there. Yeah, fast travel. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay, let's go up. Up, up, up. Let's go up. Ah, up. I said up. Go up. Go. What is going on? I am turning to the right and I'm not making progress. Up, I command you. Up, 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 around. Let's go. Oh, let's go, let's go. Go fast, go. Minutes remaining. Right, speed up, speed up. Speed up, go, go, go. Speed up. Don't hit a rock, speed up. Oh, quit over controlling. Woo. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, anytime today. I tell ya, go. Oh, don't go that way. Failed? Oh, come on. Oh. This is crazy. All right, let's not do that. Let's not do that. No. All right, let's go to the bottom of the speed zone, shall we? Let's go to the bottom. Go, you stupid car, go! All right, turn around. Let's do this, come on. Oh, Miss Thumb, you are doing me in. Oh. Come on, I gotta make it through this zone at least once. Come on, let's do this. Oh, go. Speed up, speed up. Hold her steady. Hold her steady. Oh, I'm flying all over the place. Oh. Go. Failed. Oh, no. Let's go up to the top and try it again. All right. 30 seconds. Come on, let's do it. Go, Legendary Fourth. It's up to you now. And the others who are so good at drifting. And I am terrible at it. Terrible at it. Oh. Come on, go. Go. Oh. 3, 2, oh. next time. Oh, that was just lousy. And everybody's spreading to the four winds. I'll go get some skills. Woohoo! At the gate. The gate is the hardest part of the fence to get. Alrighty. It's the garbage cans. I'm gonna go back and get them. After all, they're worth 1,000 points. Whee! Bin Man. In fact, it's over 1,000 points. It's 1,200 points. Very good. And that gate. Pesky gate. Whee! Oh. All right. Oh, I need to be in a sports car. What's the category? Modern muscle. Modern muscle. It's got to be modern muscle, I think. No, it's got to be track toys. That was last week's. This week's is track toys. Track toys. All right. So, I have a lot of choices. A lot of choices. Might play with the Elise. Why not? I'm gonna toy around with the Elise. Horrible puns, horrible puns. All right. Woohoo! All right. Whee! Oh. Just not wide enough a gap for me to slide through. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Wreaking havoc on the farms of Britain for 5 minutes. Because in 5 minutes it all resets and it's fine again. Whee! Woo! End over end. I think there ought to be skill points for doing an end over end. I guess that's not very predictable, but neither are my barrel rolls, and I get stuff for them. I get points for barrel rolls, only for one barrel roll. But I think if you do a triple barrel roll, you ought to get a bunch of this me. Whee! This is the best place to get skill points. In these fields with little low plants. You can just get tons of XP off these fields. I don't know what kind of fields they are. Somebody from England will have to enlighten me. But let's give this car some skill points. Oh my. This car needs skill points. Oh my. And let's do a wheel spin. Why not? Let's see what we get. Oh, that'll help me. I found out to get my last barn find to pop, I have to get that castle, that $10 million castle, Bamberg Castle. So I'm going to, or I guess it has to be one of the castles. So I need to save up 10 mil. So yeah. See if I can drift. Drift, baby! Drift, drift! Woo! Drift! Can't drift if I'm tearing down fences. Oh, come back.
You have arrived at your destination.
Oh, I did not. Oh, a new personal best. I got 1 star. How about that? That's good. Oh well. Let's continue drifting across the fields. You gotta get 500,000 skill points. Well, I'm on my way with it. Whee! All right. Woo! Woohoo! The Elise just loves chewing up farm fields. Woo! I wonder what my grandfather would say about me ruining a farmer's crop. He's probably not going to be pleased. But, you know, he was a farmer up until he died in 1967. And he would probably think this is awful to be going through the fields, and, you know, even though it's going to be back in 5 minutes, he would probably say it's the principle of the thing. But, I mean, my argument would be, well, in 5 minutes it's going to be pristine and exactly like it was, so I'm not really hurting any farmer's income or doing any lasting harm. I still wonder what he would say about it. I wonder if my grandfather was playing this game, he would be tempted to go through fields and stuff like I'm doing. Let's go to the railway yard. My other grandfather worked for the railway for many years before ultimately becoming an insurance salesman. I wonder what he would think about me going in and wrecking the rail yard. Ooh. Lots of questions that I wish I could ask them. Woo. Of course, this is an abandoned rail yard. It's not an active working rail yard. Whew. Of course, I wouldn't be doing this in real life, even if it was an abandoned rail yard. The costs of fixing the car would be astronomical, especially on a lease, you know, boy. Whee! I'm just having fun. Ain't hurting nobody. Woo! Right through the leaves of the tree. Woo! Whee! Whoop. Gotta be careful, you can lose your whole skill chain and have to start over. And I just did. You hit an immovable object and you lose your skill chain. Whee! But there's plenty of stuff that's made to take down. And the developers leave lots of things to be crashed and trashed, like all these piles of junk. That was nice, but I still lost my skill chain. Oh well. Whee! Woohoo! Alrighty. Upstairs. Let's see what I can do. Woo! Back downstairs. That's pretty quick. Ooh! Missed the tree. Yay! Alright, let's see what we can do. Woohoo! Oh! I missed the ramp. Let's see if I can, well. Still a pretty good bit of, oh, lots of skill points. Good, good, good. That counted towards my million. Whee! Alrighty. drift. Wow. Woo. Woohoo. Another skill point. Good. Each skill point is one step closer to that million. So, whee! Let's keep it going. Oh, did I lose my skill change? I hit the curb. I hit the curb. Oh, missed the ramp. Ooh. All right. Ooh. I wonder what they would have done in 1912 to somebody driving this futuristic car, slamming into fences and stuff. Probably would have put him under the jailhouse. Whew. I don't know, but I think that destruction of railroad property would carry a hefty penalty under the law. So I'm glad this is just a virtual situation and I don't have to go to jail. Ooh, but of course, in real life, I would never even dream of doing something like this, because I wouldn't want to, hurt people by destroying property, because there's always an owner that can be impacted. But I don't have to worry about, in this game there's no policemen, there's no penalties. In fact, there's a lot of points to be gained by just destroying things. And hooning around in the field. So, I'm just getting points. And all that resets in 5 minutes for the next player, or me, or whoever comes next. So, no harm done. Ooh. Whee! Let's climb a mountain. This is another thing I would never do in real life because of the environmental concerns. I mean, I would drive up a mountain, but I would never leave the road and go off-road up the mountain because of the environmental damage you can do. Just from the fumes from your car, and you might run over rare sensitive plants, or you might start an erosion problem that would continue. So, especially up here on a mountain face like this, you could cause, just permanent environmental harm by removing plants that are holding the soil. So, yeah, this is something I would never, ever do in a car or an off-road vehicle, especially not in something as expensive as the Lotus. But this is, after all, a fantasy game where you can do what you want, and it doesn't hurt anybody. So, I'm just having fun. There are absolutely no environmental consequences to this because the land is put back exactly as it was before I came. No environmental consequences, no legal consequences, no medical consequences. So, it's awesome. So I'm just having a good time. I am hopeful tonight that the rescue crew down at Sunnyside, Florida, or Seaside, California. I get the names wrong, but I'm hoping that they rescue those people and they found somebody alive. So, I have had them in my prayers a lot today. That's what the officials were asking everybody to do. If you're worried about them, pray about them. And that's a very good thing to do. So I am hoping that they find some people alive in that rubble. There's always hope. There's always pockets of safety in the, well, not safety, but pockets of survival in any disaster. So they're looking for them. They've got cameras and sonar, and I sure hope they find people alive. My hearts go out to the families who are waiting and wondering if their relatives are going to be found and their friends. So it's an awful thing, and it's good to see all people coming together there in Florida. Republicans, Democrats, people on opposite ends of the spectrum in every way have come together. And it's heartening to see that when a disaster strikes, we can come together as a people and take care of each other. And I sure hope that those family members who are sitting in hotels tonight, I hope that they are able to, while they wait, I hope that they have all the comforts of home. It's awful to be sitting there and wondering if you're, where you're going to live now. For all the survivors who are sitting there wondering if they're going to be able to get any of their belongings. This would be awful. All those family pictures and heirlooms that they may not have access to for a very long time, or maybe not at all. It's an awful thing. And that added to the grief that they may never see some of their loved ones again, and not even to have pictures of them with them is an awful thing. I give a lot of thought to my personal photographs and how I'm going to store those and how I'm going to deal with it if I had a disaster happen. You know, it takes a little forethought, and you know, with all of the hurricanes and all, I'm sure that a lot of them have emergency plans, but like they were saying on the news, with a hurricane, you have days to prepare. And since you know that hurricanes are going to be coming to you at some point, you've got emergency plans, but you expect to have a little time to put those plans into effect. And when a disaster of this scope happens suddenly, you don't expect buildings to fall down in America. You really don't. So those poor people, I can only imagine, you know, they were awakened at 2 morning before last now to find that their home was in jeopardy and that people that they love are missing. It's a terrible thing. Very sudden. Sudden death is hard to comprehend anyway. Sudden injury and possibly disability is very hard. So my heart goes out to all of those people, men, women, and children who are missing relatives who are all ages. A rabbi said that 3 members of his congregation were missing, and that was 3 generations. It's very, very sad. So my prayers are with them, and I'm following the story to see what happens. But for all those going through it, bless your hearts. I hope that you can look to Heavenly Father to soothe you in this time of struggle. And those of you who are not of religious faith, I hope that you have friends and family that you can cling to who can comfort you. I am hopeful that, I am very against the new voting law in Georgia, which will affect me. I'm a handicapped person and I'm a senior. And if I have to go through all these hoops to get an absentee ballot, it's going to hurt my chances of getting my vote in and being heard, and I'm feeling like I'm being totally ignored by my local legislators right now, because you know, they seem to want revenge on us that voted different people in. And I'm hoping that more people will join with me and vote more of these unrighteous people out that just want to restrict our voting rights. But the Department of Justice has brought a lawsuit against the state of Georgia, and I really see this as a victory for handicapped people everywhere in Georgia. And I'm hoping that it has nationwide impact. I would like to see more lawsuits come out. We'll have to see. They've got to have the evidence to bring those court cases up. But, you know, I think that it's ridiculous to, you know, turn back the clock on all the progress we've made in civil rights. And this is just the latest, and it seems, you know, a whole bunch of stuff aimed at us disabled people, seniors in general, as well as the racial implications of that. Nobody should have to stand in line 4 hours to vote. I, as a white person, have never had to stand in line, even when I lived in Atlanta, for that long. But I knew, I was aware that other communities had that problem, and I never understood it. Never understood why, you know, why suppress the vote? It's a privilege that every American needs to enjoy. There's no sense to it that people want to suppress the right to vote. It's totally un-American. So, you know, I want to see voting rights expanded. I would like to see Georgia be like out west, where the absentee voting is the norm and it's accepted and embraced. So that's all I'm going to say about that, but I'm glad we have Juneteenth now. I'm very happy about that. I think that that's been needing to happen for a long time. But if legislators are really serious about Juneteenth, and most of them voted for it, then why can't we have equal voting rights all over the country? The For the People Voting Act is a very important piece of legislation. I've read it, and I agree with all the provisions in it. And I think that, you know, all these attempts to suppress the vote are just sour grapes on the Republican side, because they didn't get their man in, and their man wasn't representing me and people like me. He was making fun of disabled people like me, and now he's getting a little of that back. I am very unhappy. You know, I've been around for 62 years. I was around when the original race struggles were going on, and you know, most of my family was supportive of black people getting equal rights, and you know, all these shenanigans with voting going away doing away with literacy tests and things like that. And it's just a continuation of that struggle. It went underground. And if you live in the South like I do, you see systemic racism everywhere. Everywhere, positively everywhere. You see differences in the way people of color are treated, especially in the homes of people, you know, in many ways down here, the Civil War has not ended. And you can holler states' rights all you want to, but a state doesn't have the right to oppress its citizens. And I've seen so much spousal abuse and child abuse, enough to make me sick at my stomach. And just because I listen to people at work, in my home, when I go places, I talk to cashiers, I talk to people in waiting rooms, I talk to people everywhere I go. And it's not that I'm that much of an extrovert, my mother was, but I care about people enough to come out of my shell a little bit. And for some reason, people open up to me more than they do a lot of people. And my daughter has noticed this too, that, you know, she doesn't talk that much. She's extremely shy, more shy than I was. But, you know, she really has noticed that people open up to her too, and it's because we care about people. It doesn't take anything but a smile and a willingness to listen. And you learn a lot more than you learn just minding your own business and being in your own little world. And so many women in the South just let themselves be subjugated. My mother basically, you know, my dad would have her get up and get him a cup of coffee when he was athletic and could have gotten his cup of coffee himself. And it'd be on a day where she had a bad migraine and she could barely sit there, and he was asking her, not asking her, you know, it's like, get me a cup of coffee. And so many households are this way in the South, even today, that women are seen as less than men. Women are seen as property. You see it all the time in divorce cases where one spouse is making unreasonable demands. 9 times out of 10, it's the man making really awful demands of the woman, although it can be reversed. There can be, you know, I'm sure there are cases of women who were, you know, awful to their men and throwing guilt trips at them. So it can work both ways. But if you don't have equality in a marriage, how are you going to have equality anywhere else? And I've been in a lot of homes where I've seen stuff going on that I didn't like. So, you know, from my viewpoint of being in the South, yeah, I think that we have a long way to go. We do here in Georgia. And that law that now is being questioned by the DOJ has a lot of years of prejudice and suppression of not just people of color, but women in general. You know, there are good men, and I'm not anti-men, but I'm saying that in the South, there's a lot that needs to be changed. That, you know, we need to have more equality, period. And however bad it is for a white woman, it is 10 times worse for a black woman. It really is. I have talked to a lot of black women, and I see a lot of scars on black women that I do not see on white women. So, you know, that is silent testimony of what they go through. And the same with Hispanics. You know, there's a lot, and Native Americans. But I haven't had the experience of talking to many Native Americans. I've talked to a few. We used to go to powwows and stuff. So we got a little of that point of view. Not enough, in my opinion. Not nearly enough.
Thoughts Live will begin shortly. Good luck.
Understanding starts with a conversation. When you talk to a person and get to know that person, then maybe you get to know things about a group of people that you never realized was there. It was right there in front of your eyes, but maybe you just didn't see it the way that you need to see it for things to change. You know, having been on this earth for 62 years and having heard a lot of stories from people, you know, there's a lot that needs to change that's not obvious to a young person or for white people. There's a lot that needs to be more commonly spoken about. You know, I care about people. I don't care what color they are or what public party they are a member of, or what their beliefs are about religion. I love all people. And I don't feel like I have to stick my religion down their throats. People have choices, and they can do what they want to with their choices. I'm not going to interfere with anybody's choices. I just hear pain and want to respond to it. I don't want to be just standing idly by and see things happen that I know are wrong. So I'm going to keep talking about this stuff, and it is controversial. But if you're going to have change of things that are wrong, you need to talk to people. If you don't know any black people, reach out and get to know one. If you don't know any Hispanics, you probably got a neighbor who's Hispanic, talk to them. Just say hi. You know, it doesn't matter if you can't speak the language. Just the fact that you're reaching out and saying hi makes a difference. You know, if we want world peace, we have to start right here at home. And we need to, before we criticize a group, we need to get to know somebody in that group so we can understand what's going on.
Photothon Live, starting in 5,
5, 4, 3, 2,
1,
1, go!
Round 1, starting.
Now, which way do we go? Which way do we go, George?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Okay, this way. All right. Going to the speed trap. Woohoo! All right, let's go to the speed trap.
Recalculating route.
Well,
In 100 meters, turn right.
okay. All right, let's go turn right. Turn right? We don't need to turn right. It's right here.
Turn around when it is safe to do
All right.
so.
Whee! All right, let's get the Lotus going. Woo! All right. Yay! Woo! All right. Let's get this. Alrighty. Whee!
Turn
Woohoo!
around when it is safe to do
Whoops, the
so.
300-kilometer-an-hour barrier. Let's see if I can do it even better. Accelerate! Let's do this. Woo! Well, 280. Not too bad. A little more run up and I can do even better. Yeah. Alrighty. Let's do this. I love Fortsathon Live. We're coming to you live from
Turn
Fortsathon
around when
Live.
it is safe to do so.
Whee!
Round 1 complete. Get to round 2.
To the speed
200
zone.
meters.
Yeah.
Turn sharp
To the
left.
speed zone. Oh. Mark left. Okay. Turn around, little Lotus. We gotta get there. Okay. Ooh. All right. Whoop. Alrighty. Whoop. All right. Oh. Oh. Turn over control. Ah. Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Let's get this. Woohoo! Yay! All right. Woo! All right, let's go. Woohoo! Oh! Come on. Get up there, get up there. Oh, oh, this is bad. Okay. Whew. It's easier from this side. Let's try it. All right. Oh. Whew. Whew. All right. Ten minutes remaining. Woo! Okay. So far, so good. Woo. better than last time. Let's try it again. At least I'm still in the zone. Okay. Woo! All right. Oh. Whoop. Oh. Oh. Whoop. Okay.
Round 2 complete.
All right.
Get to round 3.
Turn
Danger
around
sign.
when it is safe to
Yay.
do so.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. Oh,
Recalculating route. In 400 meters, turn right.
okay. Woo.
In 200 meters, turn right.
Okay. Woo. Okay. Oh. 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 Oh, Nelly. Let's go that way. Okay. So.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Whoop. Let's go. Woohoo! Whee!
Recalculating route. In 200 meters, turn right.
Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can do it the other way. Can we do it the other way? Not really. Not really. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. I'll go this way. Whoop.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
All right. We'll run up. Whoa. Come on. Go that way. Go that way. Oh, come on. Woo!
In 400 meters, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Oh. I was trying to go through these trees to get up to here to do my run up. There we go. All right. Woo!
In 400
Okay.
meters, turn right.
All right. And up we go.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Woo. That's one way to do it. Didn't get many meters in, but I got a few. 20's better than nothing, right? Oh, come on. I didn't want to spin around 3 times. I just wanted to do a 180.
In 200 meters, turn right.
All right. Let's go back up.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Whee! Oh, come on. There we go. Oh,
Round 3 complete. Congratulations.
yay! We got courses on points. Yeah. Woohoo! All right. Whee! Now I will continue my quest to get 100,000, no, 1 million skill points. Let's see what I can do with this. Oh, let's go back up and make sure we get between those flags. All right. Woo. Ah, failed? Ah, yeah, that's really awful. Woo. I always wonder what the people in these places would be thinking if, you know, if a car hit your condo. It's like, whee! Whoop. When the unexpected happens, when somebody comes out of nowhere and slams into you head on. I'm glad this isn't like real life. Really glad. Woo! Ooh, lumberjack. So you even get lumberjack if you hit something carrying lumber. That's pretty cool. Whee! Woohoo! Whoa! Oh! Well, that wasn't good. So I've got to get it again. Start all over again. Alright. Woo! Woo! Green down through the trees. Let's go up a mountain. Woo! That was pretty cool. Yeah, let's climb a mountain. Woo! Well, oh, ooh. Whoop. All right. Whoa. Uh-oh. Woo! All right. Well. Oh. All right. Oh, sorry. This is something I would never try in a car in real life. It's like, that's living dangerously. Woo. Especially historic fences that may have been there for hundreds of years. I would never be guilty of trying to run them down with a car. But there are things you can do in fantasy that you don't do in real life. Woo! Woo! Whee! And being able to climb a mountain with a car, that's cool. It's really cool. Air is effortless on the side of the mountain, as long as you don't hit any rocks. As long as you don't hit the rocks. Woo. As long as you don't get stuck on them. That's the major deal with rocks. You don't want to get stuck on them. Whew. I landed on my tires. I ought to get skill points for that. Whee! Woohoo! And I hit the side of the mountain. Well, I wonder if I've got any skill points towards my 25. Because if I remember right, on this car, I need extra life. which I have not gotten. Woo! Hope I'm not making you dizzy. Let's see what we can do. Well, I've got lots of skill points. Have I got enough? 21. I need 4 more points. 4 more skill points. Let's go up again. Whee! Oh, lost my skill chain. Alright. Let's go on this side. Whee! Alright. Woohoo! Whew. Great near miss. Oh, miss him. Whoops. Oh. Well, I was aiming for the fence, not the tree. Fence, not tree. Fence, not tree. Woohoo! Living dangerously. Definitely living dangerously. Whoa! And there went my skill chain. Whee! Oh! Always a tree magnet to pull me into the tree. Oh! Whoop. Or immovable bridges, bridge abutments, things of that nature. Ooh. And rocks that don't budge. Ah, the hazards of climbing mountains in a car. Whoa! Especially barrel rolls, but I still have my quest chain. Ooh. Quest chain, skills chain. Still have the skills chain going. I really think that this game, Horizon 4, is a masterpiece of programming, combined with the artistic skills of so many talented artists. My goodness, I can't even begin to name all of the things that make this game very, very enjoyable, fair to disabled people, just generally very pleasant. And the fact that I can just go and drive around and get skill points for that. It's just unbelievable. Enjoy the beauty of these areas that I will never see in my lifetime. I mean, a trip overseas is just, so expensive that at my income level I would never, ever get to go. But I can enjoy it in this game, and that's the beauty of it. I can just get away and go to England. I can bring up Horizon 3 and go to Australia. I would love to be able to bring up Horizon 2 again, but I got short on space and deleted it, thinking that I could get it back when I wanted it, and now I can't get it because it's not in the store anymore. So it's like, there's got to be a way to get it on there again. Ooh, there's the train. The Flying Scotsman. So picturesque. Just Oh, so picturesque. It's the romance of steam trains. I had the opportunity to ride one once with the group of singles I was in, and I really, really enjoyed that so much. And there are lots of people who are just into trains and do these projects to buy these railroads and put them back into production. I think it's wonderful. We should preserve history. We need to preserve accurate history. I worked in the Georgia Tech archives for a year. I had been a genealogy hobbyist for many, many years. I still am. And I'm pretty good through the 1800s when I have census records, not as good with wills and going back into the 1700s, but I do like to research it. And I always research my ancestry with the thought of what's going on in history at the time. I am a member of Ancestry.com, and being able to see the ties to historical events as I ferret out fact after fact from my ancestors' records. You know, if you don't have family history on an ancestor from your relatives, then it's so important that somebody does and that they put it online so you can find it. Because it really makes these names and dates on paper come alive when you can look at what time period they lived in and what struggles they might have had because of their race or their religion or just what was going on in their community at the time, what was on the news, because news affects people. You know, if you've got things going on in the world, how does that affect Joe Smith that was your ancestor back in the 1700s? You know, it really puts it into perspective to look at what was going on historically. I was always very interested in my history classes in school and in college because my parents lived through time periods of history that they talked about a lot. History affects us every day. What your ancestors go through has an effect on you. And if you, learn some of the historical facts around what was going on at the time in the place that your ancestor was, it really makes their personal history come to life. So if you see them in the context of being around in World War I when the first pandemic was there and the Spanish flu was killing young people as well as old and infants. Whole families were dying. There's a letter that my cousin had from a distant relative, and she was just in the depths of despair as she was writing this letter. She said that, she had 6 members of her family, and she was the only one left. And she was afraid that she was going to die soon, and somehow she got that letter out. She lived in Tipton, Tennessee, And in Tipton, Tennessee, they had a cart and they were going around to people's houses to pick up the bodies. It was very, very hard to live through. It was very hard, say, in the 70s to find anybody. There was still a good many of people that lived through 1918, 1917, who would even talk about it because it was so horrible and so incomprehensible. People just ignored that part of history. I read about it in school, and of course by the time I studied it in college, my grandparents were both passed away, so I couldn't ask them how it was for them. But I did ask some questions, and it was horrifying to me before the days of vaccinations how many children died, how many children's graves there were in my ancestors' cemeteries. You know, it was just unreal to me how many children of my age, when I used to go with my, anytime that we visited my grandparents or my great aunt, they always wanted to go to the cemetery, and I was fascinated with cemeteries. You know, I would look at how many children died, and I would ask Mama, why are there so many children like me in these graves? And she said, well, honey, they're not vaccinated like you are. And I think about that, and I think about all the people that get scared off by the warning labels on vaccines and think, oh, I don't want that to happen to my child. But how much worse it is for them to catch one of these childhood diseases and end up either dead or with brain damage from the high fevers. It's not something you want to play around with, and yes, there are side effects to just about any medication or vaccine. But to say, well, I'm just scared of the vaccine, well, you got to look at the numbers, and if most people are not having side effects, and if most people are getting protected against these horrible diseases, then your personal risk is small to take one. I've never had an adverse reaction to any vaccine, and I've been getting them since the early 60s. So when I was a kid in a subdivision in the suburbs of Atlanta, in the early 60s, they had just come out with widespread vaccines against the measles, the mumps. And my sister lived through that. She had most of those childhood diseases. And she said, let me tell you, I'd much rather take a shot than have all that. So, in the 50s, when she was going to school, a lot of her friends ended up in iron lungs from polio. And that was passed a lot of times in public swimming pools. This is why you will see in some communities that they never brought back the swimming pools from the 30s. They decided it was too much of a public health hazard to have them. So, it's good to know some history. It's good to learn from the mistakes of our forebears. If you look at the way people acted during COVID and the way people acted during the 1918 Spanish flu, you see a lot of similarities. You see communities that go back and forth between very stringent regulations on who can how many people can be at a public venue or whether to wear a mask or not. There were a lot of people saying they didn't want to wear masks during the 1918 pandemic. And they didn't have a vaccine or a prospect of a vaccine. They only had, a lot of fake medications out there. And everybody was saying, oh, take this and you'll be protected, and take that and you'll be protected, and they weren't. And a lot of people died because of false claims. Hello, chickens. So, there's a lot of similarities. If you look at history, you will see us in it. There's a lot of reasons to look at history and say, well, gosh, the same thing was happening back in 1918 about that pandemic. So, it's good to know a little history. It's very good to know a little history. And to listen to the experiences of people who have lived through things. I am still learning about 1918 through the interviews that have been conducted with people who lived back then. And I remember the questions that I asked my grandparents about what life was like when they were growing up. And they told me a lot of things about what games they played and what, I asked a lot of questions as a young kid. Maybe more than my sister asked. And it's important to keep asking questions. What's this like for you? Is one of the most important questions, I think, in the English language. Because you want to know, what's this like for you? Not me, what's it like for me, or my rights are being violated, or whatever. Listen to somebody who's got a worse story than you, and then see if you feel quite the same about it. The things you complain about, the things that you say, well, this isn't right. If you talk to enough people, you see a much bigger picture. And it's a constant frustration that I see a lot of the same mistakes perpetrated over the generations instead of taking some progressive action to prevent this stuff. We had a perfectly good pandemic plan in place, which Trump dismantled, which would have mitigated a lot of COVID-19. They are estimating that, 80% of the people who died would still be alive if these things had been implemented. That's a lot. That's huge. And no government should say, well, we know it affects these people more. We're just going to ignore that. We have been told so many lies about universal health care and how it really works. I've talked to some people that I met from other countries and asked them, how does this work from your point of view? It's an eye-opening experience. You ought to find somebody from Canada or from Europe and ask them questions about their universal health care and socialism in general. Socialism is not communism as much as certain people would like to tell us that they are the same. They are not. I am, socialism is a spectrum. It is not an all or nothing thing. It is, to what degree are you going to do this? And there's still a lot of room for individualism. But we in this country are so much centered on, well, I want this and I want that and I won't stand for this. And, you know, we need to think about more people than ourselves. We need to think about, well, what's good for most people? And if we've got a certain group that's a minority that is not getting the normal rights of the majority, then we should be inclusive. We should say, well, it's not right. We should do something about it. It's not being communist to want to consider the needs of the many as well as the few. And it's a complicated business to make laws and put them into action, and sometimes there are unintended consequences. Look at the drug wars of the 80s and what a disaster that has become, because we've got so many people in jail for other reasons besides crime. Because they're mentally ill, because they're homeless, because they're, you know, because of a lot of things that have been started by laws to do a good thing. But we already know that addiction is a disease. It's not a personal choice. You can choose not to get involved in drugs, but you know, there are some people that are addicted that circumstances happen to get them addicted. That wasn't necessarily their fault. So you can't say in every case that, oh, it's their fault, so we shouldn't pay for rehabilitation, and we shouldn't pay for the health consequences of their addiction. But if we see addiction as a disease, like they do in Europe, you know, employers hold jobs open for alcoholics while they go into treatment. Treatment is affordable. Everybody can get treatment. In this country, you have to be rich to be able to afford drug treatment. It's awful that it's the kind of thing that is catered to rich people, when everybody deserves care for addiction. If I got addicted to something, I would want to know that I could get care, and you're going to be poor after addiction. So I think that a lot more blame is put on the person who is addicted as far as, oh, they can just quit. Well, they need help to quit. It's not so easy to just point a finger and say, well, oh, they're just not good people. I've known a lot of addicts that were good people. And, you know, just being an addict doesn't make you not a good person. People they make good choices, they make bad choices. And sometimes they make a bad choice and then they're stuck with that choice for a very long time. And in the case of incarceration for addiction, it's the rest of their lives. I don't think we should be throwing away the key on these people. I don't think we should be putting the numbers of handicapped people and mentally ill people in jail. If they're mentally ill, they belong in a place where they can be taken care of. If they are severely mentally ill to the point that their judgment is affected. But we did away with all of the mental institutions in the 80s without putting anything in place to make sure that we would have a place for them to go. So we have all of these people who really aren't able to live by themselves and function. And when they can't function, a symptom of that is often getting addicted or getting in trouble with the police. And then they're sitting in jail when their judgment is just not there. And why are we putting them in jail? Why don't we have mental institutions? Why don't we have little mental institutions in every community where, we know community-based care is better. So why don't we have more of it? Why don't we have laws to say for those people who are worried more about their property values? Why can't we say, well, there needs to be so many mental health facilities per person, per number of people. There needs to be so many health facilities per capita. There need to be places that people can get help because maybe they can't go it alone. And yeah, it's expensive to treat people for mental illness in a mental institution, but how expensive is incarceration? We spend more money on incarceration than any country in the world, and we incarcerate more people than any place in the world. It's not right. We should be keeping hardened criminals in jail, robbers, murderers, rapists, people who might kill us or hurt us intentionally, those need to be in jail. But what about people that are seeing they're seeing a different reality than we are, and so they may not act as police expect? Handicapped people and elderly people with dementia are getting shot every day. It doesn't even make the news. It's not right that this should be going on. There should be places for people with dementia to go. You might say, well, they can go in a nursing home. Yeah, but they need mental health facilities for this, not nursing homes. You need specialized places for some of these folks to go that are living on the streets, that they need mental health care, and they're not getting it in prison. So, there needs to be universal health care so that we can take care of these people who are maybe a danger to society. Most mentally ill people are not a danger, but a few are, and they can have serious mental issues, and especially they can be led astray by certain groups and beliefs, and they can end up being in very much trouble with the law. But building mental health jails is not the answer, and that's not where I want my tax dollar to go. I want solutions to complicated social problems that go further than just throwing money at this or throwing money at that. There needs to be a lot of discussion about the causes of these conditions and what solutions we can come up with as a society. We are better than just throwing people in jail and throwing away the key, which is essentially what we're doing on these people that are helpless, that are not mentally all there, and we're expecting them to take the penalties as if they were mentally all there. No, I don't believe that. I believe we can come up with better solutions than that. But that's what goes to show that, if a lawmaker or a president or someone in power really advocates, oh, we're having too many abuses in mental health institutions, we need to do away with them. That was the answer to the wrong problem. It's not, let's just get rid of the mental health institutions because people are being abused with them. Let's reform them and let's make safe places for the mentally ill to go. There were supposed to be community outreach programs and things, but Congress never appropriated the money for it. So some things need to be passed as a package. So, I think we need to think more about laws, and when we see that the consequences of a law are not what we intended, crime went down, but we're putting a lot of people in jail that don't belong there, we need to look at the studies and say, well, we need to do this different. And yes, these programs cost money, but if you look at the high cost of incarceration, we can take the money away from incarceration and put it into mental health facilities and into cheaper housing for the homeless. And, there are so many social problems that are intertwined. And the question of incarceration, disability, aging populations, the war on drugs, addiction, and what works and what doesn't. Putting all these people in jail for addiction did not work. We have more addicts now than we ever did. What we need to do is try to do something different. Instead of putting money into mental health jails, really, let's concentrate on putting back mental health institutions that are residential, that people can live in if they have no family to take care of them, or if the family is overwhelmed, and make them community places so that people can have their relatives near them so they can visit. It should be a crime that you visit a nursing home and there are people from all over the place in there. It's not local people. Why is that? Why are we shipping people halfway across the country where they don't have relatives to check on them? This just, to me, is not common sense. Cass is here. Whoops. I'm coming, Tess. All right. Okay. Well. The notification would stay up long enough. Yay! Cool. Hi, Tess. So, what are you up to? Ooh, Force-a-thon Live. That's what I'm up to.
Sis. I've updated your route to the Force-a-thon Live event now.
Hopefully we'll have enough people. Yeah. It took
He was walking in quick and wiggling his body back and forth.
They do funny things in their
In
sleep.
400 meters, turn left.
I think he's half awake.
Turn left.
He used to do this weird wiggle motion with his bottom.
It's like if only we could see what they're doing.
He's pushing himself back and forth in his back seat. I'm
Cool. Cats add so much to our lives.
He's just going. And he's wiggling himself back and forth. Maybe he'll agree to pacing something, but
Or jumping up and down. Oh, I'm gonna have to port myself over here. I'm not gonna make it in time. All right.
Fortsathon Live will begin soon.
what are
Good
you
luck.
doing?
I'm doing Fortsathon live in 3 minutes.
Cool.
100 meters,
Have fun.
turn
I
left.
will.
I just helped Liara take down the Shadowboard and become the new Shadowboard.
Good.
You have arrived early. Fortsathon Live
She's
will
playing
begin
Mass
soon.
Effect. Yay,
Recalculating
I love
route.
driving over the
In 100
reservoir.
meters, turn right.
That's something we couldn't do in real life.
And that's back to explore the stars.
Uh-oh.
And go everywhere.
Uh-oh. Oh, there I go, over the bridge. I kind of had an oops by the dam. I'm at the Derwent water.
200 meters,
Whoops.
turn left.
Now I'm in the water.
Well, that's not going to help you much.
I'm going up this little stream.
You have arrived at your destination.
And I'm still at the blimp. I'm still in the circle. Whee! Hi. Whee! Whee! 1 minute. So I'm taking down some fences and mailboxes. And I'm back in the water. Now I'm taking down fences, trash cans, anything to give me skill points.
Take down those trash cans. Take them bad. Alright, I got more damage.
Whee! Good, I'm doing more damage. You've got damage protection and I'm doing more damage.
Fortsathon Live, starting in 5,
5, 4,
Three,
3,
two,
2,
one,
1,
go!
go!
Round 1 started.
Get to the speed zone. Alright, here I go. Woo, here we go. Uh-oh. More people than me running into stuff trying to do this thing. Woo!
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
I'm in the Lotus, the Barn Find Lotus. Whee! I love the Lotus. It's also a track toy. Ooh. Stay on the road, shall we? Ooh, get over, get over. Ooh.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Off we go. Oh, failed. Ah! See if I can rewind it back. Probably not. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Ah, why? I didn't make it through the gates. Oh. Alright. I did that time, but it already failed me. It failed me. See if I can stay in the zone here. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah! Ah, missed them. I swear.
Round one complete. Get to round
Get
two.
to the danger sign. Maybe I can do better on this one. I'm just tired tonight.
Yeah, we're both tired.
Yeah. Maybe we have had a virus. Hard to tell.
400 meters. Turn sharp right.
I know my lungs might have something to say about it.
Turn sharp right.
My lungs too. Oh. Alright. Woo. Okay. Let's go. Whee!
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Yay! I missed the trees. Woo! So it counted. See if I can do it from the other side. Oh! Not quite. I almost made that. Oh, it's a cliff. That's a cliffhanger. Oh. Whoops. Go back further. Yeah. We have a chance to do this again. Alright, if I go this way. Oh, stay on, stay on. No, I can't go this way. No, it's not possible to go that way. Okay, I'll follow the guys. They know where it's at. Okay. Well, keep running into trees. Can't see the forest for the trees, Whee! Oh, it said I failed it, but I landed on my tires. I guess I didn't have enough of a run up. So I've got to do more run up. quite make it. Oh.
Bad. Great.
What?
Okay, you didn't hear it.
Good. I didn't hear it. I don't want to hear it, so
Round
don't
2
talk
complete.
about it.
Get to round 3.
Oh, yay. Speed trap. Okay. Speed trap. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
In
Speed
400
trap.
meters,
Woohoo!
turn right.
I don't want to hear about it. Oh, yeah, speed trap.
Turn right.
Yeah.
200 meters, turn right.
All right.
Turn right.
Speed trap. Single camera, go as fast as you can. Speed trap. All right. And I'm going too. Woo! Where is this camera? Whoa! Ah! I hit the tree. Tree magnet. Let's see if I can rewind it and avoid the tree, because that just messed up my time. All right. Ooh, okay. 240. That's respectable. All right. Let's go again. Oh, come on. Get out of the brush and go. Go! Out of the forest. Go! Whee! 294. That's even better. Oh, yeah. Much better. Alright. Go down the road, have a little more run up, and do it. Do it! Woo! Alright, good. Let's do this. Woo! Up. Get back on the road. Yep. 254. Alright.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Whoop. Go fast, little Lotus. Go fast. Go fast. Woo! 357. Ooh, you had it in me. Alright, let's do this. Woo! Oh, I missed it. Oh, no. Don't miss it. Come on. Oh. That. $168. Dismal. This car can do so much
Turn
better
around
than
when
that.
it is safe to do so.
Let's try to get over 300. Yeah. Alright. 250. 5 minutes remaining. Woo! 339. Alright, we're getting there. Let's go. Let's go. $239. Oh, we're getting there.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
We've just got a little bit to go. This is the third round, so, you know, hoping we can get the last 20 points. Woo, 313. Getting there, slowly but surely. Whew, 245. Getting closer.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Some of these guys are getting really good speeds on this. $293. Oh, we're just so close.
Round 3 complete.
Yay! Ha
Congratulations.
we did it! We did it! Yay, team! Whee! Preparing for takeoff. Looking good. Woohoo! Whee! There's a bunch of my team. We'll see if any of them. Oh, Red Baron. I need a picture of his car. Whoa. Let's all right. Aha! Yay! All right. All right, let's see what angle I can do. All right, cool. Yay! Yeah. All right. Cool. Hi. Looking good. Woohoo! Whee! More skill points. Well, folks, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Let's see how many skill points I've been able to get with Forzathon and all. And I got my extra life. I am happy. So I'll get that. Get slingshot. Okay. And on that note, I will see y'all tomorrow night, Saturday night, and have a good one. And this is Granny Handicap, and my handicap minute at the last is I hope that when disasters happen in your community, that you pull together as a community and consider the long-term effects on people who go through disasters. A lot of people get PTSD, which is high anxiety and maybe overreacting to small noises and things. It can be a lot worse than that, reliving a disaster in their life or a battle situation for veterans. So give a thought to learning a little bit more about mental health. The more you can learn about mental health when a disaster happens in your community, then you are better prepared yourself for your own mental health, and you're also better prepared to help those around you. So consider the disabilities that just disasters inflict on us. We had a close call here in the trailer one night. A very bad storm came through, and we had to actually get in the bathtub, and we were scared to death. And just that experience makes us nervous when storms come through now. Just everyday thunderstorms scare us a lot more than they would have had we not had a close call. A tornado did touch down, I think about, maybe a mile from us. But you get scared like that, and there are after effects. So consider reading up on mental health, and a good place to start is the National Institute of Mental Health.gov. They have a lot of good articles on mental health, and for situations like the COVID pandemic and things like that that might be useful in your life right now. So I encourage everybody to learn more about the mental aspect of disability and of things that can affect you in your everyday life. Because going through a natural disaster or an unnatural disaster like happened in Surfside, Florida, affects all of us. We wonder, about the integrity of our infrastructure and, how could this happen? It'll be very interesting to find out what they learn about why this condo building collapsed and help us to understand the loss of life. It's not easy to realize that, sinkholes are a common problem in Florida, so I wonder if it might be sinkhole related. There are all sorts of things that can happen to cause disasters. So if we learn a little more about mental illness and how people cope with personal disasters, not only big ones like the one in Surfside, but small ones like a traffic accident that takes a member or maybe several family members from your family. Things like this have permanent effects. You can mitigate that by how you respond to it if you get help, or if you have somebody to listen to you and you can talk it out. The best thing you can do for somebody who's been through something traumatic is just listen. That doesn't need a therapist if you are just willing to be strong enough to listen And I say be strong enough, because what do? We give advice. Oh, you can have another baby, or it was their time for Heavenly Father to take them, or whatever useful advice you have for them is probably not what they need. They need to be listened to. They need to talk about the person they've lost, or the person that is now going to be changed. They need to be allowed to just express the grief. And there is no advice in the world that's more important than just keeping your mouth shut and just listen and just say, yeah. You know, that means more to a person than any useless advice, because what do you say when somebody's lost somebody close to them? There is nothing you can say that will even minimize that great pain. But if you listen, that is what heals. Being able to talk about their loved one as they were, and being able to get to a point of acceptance. It doesn't make the grief go away. There's grief with disability, and there's grief with death. And they are much the same. It's just a matter of, you need people to listen to you, and you need a lot of people to listen to you. And you may get one listening friend, but it would be so much better for everybody's mental health if we would learn to just listen. Don't give advice. Sometimes advice is warranted, and sometimes it's a good thing, but most of the time, what we think is important advice isn't. The best thing you can do for somebody who has a grief situation is just listen. Just be there and let them cry, hold them, just be there to pat their shoulder and say, oh, wow, I'm sorry you're going through this. Make a better world. Learn a little bit about mental health and what is helpful to somebody who is going through something. And that's my Disability Minute, and I'm going to sign off now, and I hope y'all have a pleasant evening, and I'll be praying for the folks in Surfside that they find some of those people alive. I would love to hear that they found all of them alive by some miracle, but even just somebody surviving will give the others so much hope. So I'll be praying, and whatever persuasion you are with religion, or if you just want to send some positive energy that way, it'll help. Y'all take care, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night.